is the story of the people helping people all throughout this land of ours, because that's what we're all about. This is the story. This is the story of the people helping people all throughout this land of ours, because that's what we're all about. This is the story.
Hi, welcome to Powered by Volunteers on this beautiful June day. Today, I am speaking with Katherine Morgan from the Dallas area. Hi, Katherine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, mainly because I get to speak with you today. I was very, very excited to do this interview. I think everybody knows you have a very, very special place in my heart. We bonded earlier this year in Dallas when I had the great fortune of having you on my Canvas team. And one of the things that I just really, really appreciate about you, besides the fact that you're such a hardworking volunteer for Powered by People, is that, like my son, Critter, you happen to have Asperger's. And there are not a lot of volunteers that I know of anyway from the autism community. And it's just really exciting to me to have someone. I'm a special needs advocate on behalf of my son. And anytime I can shine a light or promote somebody as fabulous as you, who puts in the work and walks the walk and talks the talk and gets out there and does all of the stuff that you do, well, yeah, I want to shine that light on you. So tell me, Katherine, how did you get involved with Beto Nation?
I first got involved during the 2018 Senate race. At first, I wasn't sure if I, really wanted to get involved that much politically. But then I saw Beto travel all around Texas, trying to, working to earn our votes. And I just felt really moved by how much work he put into it. And that's when I decided to start volunteering, and then I volunteered for his presidential campaign.
Yeah, and I know with Powered by People, I know that there's certain aspects with Asperger's that sometimes are hard to overcome, whether it's social interaction, anxiety, which, I mean,
Yeah.
That's just for all of us, I think. But it's just been incredible to watch you kind of power through all of that.
Yeah.
Not just incredible. I mean, it's just been freaking awesome to watch you power through that. I mean, you'll text me earlier in the day before a phone banking. You'll DM me or something about, you're kind of feeling a little anxious or something. And then there you are later on, phone banking and saying, I got another volunteer. I did this, I did that. And it's really, what do you tell yourself to be able to get through the anxiety?
Well, there's about 1,000 different things that go through my mind. And usually what makes the anxiety go really, really high for me is going through all the worst case scenarios of interacting with people, like getting them when they're cranky and them not being in a really good mood to talk. And then I try to perk myself up with thinking that is probably not going to happen, and I'd say probably 19 times out of 20 that doesn't happen.
It's true.
Yeah. The hardest part with looking people in the eye is it's something in my head with the Asperger's that it automatically makes me want to look away. And when I make myself look them in the eye, I have a nervous tick where I kind of smile. It's kind of like I'm, it kind of looks like I'm laughing in a way. And I actually did this when I was interacting with Beto, because I was asking him very serious questions, and I wanted him to know that I was taking it very seriously. and I realized I can't stop smiling. I'm looking him in the eye, and it's making me, most people would already be a little bit nervous, but me even more so, looking him in the eye and all that stuff. It kind of makes me confused and jumbled up on my words.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was right there watching that entire conversation go down. He very much appreciated everything you had to say. I don't think he noticed for a second that any of your words were jumbled up or anything. I think everything about that day and that conversation, meeting you, meeting your grandmother, I think he loved the entire thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun day. And that's another thing. Canvassing with me and Thomas and Storm, I mean, you were a rock star. And I was very excited to come home and tell my son all about you. So many kids in the ASFE community, they need role models like you, and that's what you are, Katherine. They need to hear uplifting stories about other people who are able to get out there and do the work that you're doing. It's very, very empowering. And, I hope you know that about yourself. And Critter loves hearing my Katherine stories. He adores them. So, and there are some things that you've done that the rest of us have not. I believe you have received a letter from, what's his name? President Obama?
Yes.
What was that for?
It was for volunteering the most at the downtown Dallas Perot Museum, more than anyone else for a year. I've volunteered there 4 hours a day, 3 days a week for one solid year when I was about 15. And on April 1st of all the days, they said, you're going to receive a letter from the president. And I was thinking, if this is some sort of sick April Fool's joke, I will throw all this volunteering work away, and I won't come back. That's what I was feeling. So I was very cautious. I was very cautiously optimistic. And then when I received, they showed me a kind of a paper with kind of a golden hue on it, and there at the bottom was Obama's signature.
That's fabulous.
Yes.
And now you're volunteering with Beto. I mean, you've got just all kinds of political superstars just right there with you.
Yeah. I would love to have the chance to talk with Obama, but I don't know what I'd say. I probably wouldn't be able to say anything.
You were able to have a wonderful conversation with Beto. I bet you would be able to speak just fine with him.
I do have to say, with my Asperger's, it's kind of like I have a process when I meet people. It's not so much the job, in a way, it's not so much the job per se, but more of, if I've seen them on TV, there's a difference there. I think it's because, like, I can admire them when I see them on TV, but they don't see me when I mess up something or, anything like that. But then when I'm interacting with them, it takes a few times for me to, I guess, build up, enough confidence to walk up to them. I don't know.
Well,
it took 3 times with Beto. I met him one time in September, and then I was there with him at the rally against fear. And then I wished him a happy birthday back in September. And that was sheer luck on my side.
Well, I'm really proud of everything you've been doing. your volunteer work is just amazing. You keep getting out there. I mean, you know, in Dallas, we were canvassing. You were there bright and early. I think you were one of the first people there in Loren's office to go canvassing.
Yeah, I was the first person because I've always been told to get there as early as you can because then that's when good things happen.
And good things happened that day.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, very good things happened. So if you had a message to give to other people in the Asperger's community who really want to try to get out there and do something, what would your message be?
Well, let's see. Well, it becomes easier as you find, if you're interested in politics or whatever you're interested in, try to blend that passion in with other things that you might want to branch out into, because it makes it easier, just a little step at a time. Like, for instance, when I first started the phone banking, I only made about 5 calls because my anxiety was so high. But then since I made those 5 calls, the next time I made 10 more calls. And now I'm able to go the full 2.5 hours of calling without having, a panic attack type feeling.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That is the kind of positive message that everyone needs to hear, whether you're in the autism community, in the Lisa community, when I'm in my closet in a little ball in the corner, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, every once in a while, I need that message as well. And what do you want others to know about you?
Well, not many people know that I am a conservative with box turtles. I help protect the box turtles. So I raise them in my backyard. I am a former beekeeper. Let's see. I know that there's more stuff, but I'm drawing a blank right now.
As always, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you, Katherine. And you have a fabulous rest of your day. I can't wait for everybody to meet you that hasn't already met you. This is Lisa with Powered by Volunteers. Bye.
Bye.